Welcome to DK Champ. So last night my core 5 did very, very well, and hopefully you were able to use those people. A couple of the sleepers that I put out were not as great as what I expected, but if you put the right lineup together of the people that I put out, you could have easily scored in the mid 300s, and I did about even because I played a lot of the sleeper guys trying to pick some of the bigger picks, but I did win several lineups and played very well, and I got a lot of feedback of people that played those core 5 and did very well as well. So keep following me here, and I'm going to show you guys that I like tonight. So we'll go through and we'll just look at value first. So value, we'll skip down to the under 5,000 range. First one is going to be Melton again. Should still be in that starting role, and I think he'll be a go-to guy again. He'll probably be highly owned today, but probably worth the risk. Eric Gordon as well. Depending, let's go to that Houston game real quick. And we had some people missing with Ennis out. It has given Gordon a little bit of run, a little bit of extra run here, and it'll probably continue. I think Gordon is good for 20 points. He did go up in salary a little bit, so I may fade him a little bit, but just know that he's got the capability of going off. Moving on down to Alexander here for the Clippers is probably going to get an expanded role tonight. He'll be in some of my lineups as well. He is going to be filling in for, let's see, probably get some extra minutes for Williams, but you also have some other guys to take a look at in that game. You have Patrick Beverly and you have Avery Bradley, who also could see some minutes there, but I do think Alexander is probably the one that's going to be the best option there. Another person is Gortat. He should be good for a double-double at 36. If he can get in and get 20 minutes, he started last game. If he starts this game, play him. If he doesn't, you can go back and go to Bonbon. So, all right, let's move along. Getting down to some of the better values. Brunson, again, I put him last night. He only got 10 fantasy points, but he's still in a position. If Barra's out, you need to put Brunson in. And if there's several people that are going to be out in this game that are questionable at this time, and if they're out, you need to put Brunson in, but that's going to take some research on your end. Just check on that. If you have some people out from Dallas, let's go back and look at the full game. Let's see. If Dennis Smith is out and Barra Matthews, that's going to leave Brunson being the point guard. So just know that's probably going to be, we'll look at Dennis Smith. The last time I looked, it was questionable. It probably still is out for Wednesday. So, and then it says JJ Barra and Brunson will be seeing an upkick, but if JJ's out, then Brunson's going to be the guy. So just keep an eye on it. He didn't do well last night, like I said, but in daily fantasy, you do have the power to go back and look at it the next day and just forget about everything that happened yesterday and go back to him again. A lot of people are going to fade him today because he did well or didn't do well yesterday, and he caused people a lot of problems yesterday in their lineup. So he might be somebody I go back to for some of the GPPs. Forbes is probably going to be a guy that's going to be very highly owned. He's going to be in most people's lineups, so you probably need to go to him. Keeping going. Augustin has the possibility to start tonight. I know the projected lineup as of right now has him starting. If he starts, he usually gets 25 to 30 points for fantasy points. And if that's the case, you need to make sure he's in your lineup for 4,000. You can get a 25-point guy. So moving on down the line, Cadwell Pope should see a little run. Bridges, again, could see a little bit of a run. I like him as some free up some of your salary here. And then Finney Smith as well could possibly free up some of your salary. You can see he's been getting mid-25s, and he's been getting about that many points. So he's a good option, especially if there's going to be people out. And there's a chance that he could get a little bit of upkick too. So keep an eye on him. Other than that, like we said, Gortat. Heard a lot of people talking about Patrick Beverly, but I'm going to fade him. That's up to you if you want to go to him. So that's most of my value here. You could also look at Lance Stevenson. When you see the projected lineup, it should come out about an hour before tip-off. I would go back and take a look and see what the lineup's going to be. Lance Stevenson, depending if he gets some run, he could perform very well for you. So that's my sleeper guys. I'll go back and go to my core picks, and I got a bunch of guys I like, and the first one's going to be Melton. I think he's a safer pick for this game against Dallas. He's coming off of really good games. Dallas having some injuries. He should be able to go off again tonight, and he should be able to get you close to a double-double in this game. So he had 7 rebounds last night and 17 points. I think he'll be able to score. He should be able to get some assists as well. He's going to be a pretty good option. He should be able to get 30 points in this game, which is more than 5 times our value, so that's why I like him in this position. Next up, I'm going back down for some value and going to Forbes. Forbes has been an absolute beast here recently, and I think he'll continue to get this spot. And his salary is going up a little bit, as reflected, but no ways near what he's capable of. I don't think he'll go for 47 again, but I do think he has a chance to get up and probably get 25 to 30 points. So pretty safe pick there as well. I'm moving on to small forward. Someone I really like for tonight's slate is going to be DeRozan. Plays very, very well against the Clippers, and I think he'll do so again tonight. His salary has dropped a little bit, so it's giving me a good indicator that I need to play him. If he was up in the 92 range, I'd probably fade him, but for 85, I'm going to give him a shot. And you can see the last time he played the Clippers, he went for 56 fantasy points. So pretty good option there for you. Next up, power forward. There's a couple different guys I like here. I'm going to probably rotate between 2. I like Kuzma. He has been just absolutely lights out since Bagley's been out, and you can see it reflected here. I mean, it's insane. It's been over 40 points the last 5 or 6 contests, so he's a lock for me. And even though he's going against Houston, I think he'll still be able to perform. And the other option that I like there is Tobias Harris. And Harris, he is the last time he played San Antonio, he had 37. He's coming off a game that there was a blowout. He didn't play a ton of minutes. He only had 14 points. I think he'll be in it to really go after it this game, so I like him a lot here. So going to my 5, and like I said, I'll be rotating these guys, Kuzma and Harris. So here, I think all these guys in the top 5 guys in this lineup right here are all going to be good plays. It's just going to be which one is going to be the one that goes above and beyond. Pretty much from Jordan, I like Jordan, but then from Harold down, I'm not very impressed until you get to McGee, just because he could be some potential value here. But what I'm liking here is Aiden. I go to Aiden a lot. I think he's underpriced for what he has the capability of doing. He could easily go out here and get you 50, but he's usually has a floor of somewhere around 35, and I'm willing to take a risk and get him for 35 going against Dallas. So I think he'll get a lot more minutes than Jordan. A lot of people are probably going to have Jordan in. I think he'll get a lot more minutes than Jordan. Jordan's coming off a game yesterday, and Aiden is as well. Aiden did not play. So I think Aiden's going to have the upper hand. He should be able to see 30 plus minutes, while Jordan's probably only going to see 25. So for that reason is why I'm going to Aiden. And these are the 5 guys that I like the best. And like I said, there's a lot of options here. I think it'll probably be, you'll probably have to have in the high 280s or high 270s probably to cash tonight. I think it'll be a high scoring day because a lot of people see this value here, and a lot of people are going to be playing it, and it'll allow them to get some of the higher guys. But I'm not one to go for the top guys on the slate. I just don't think they're worth the value. These guys have been consistently able to prove that they are able to get in the 40, 50 point range. These lot bottom three and these top two, these guys have proven that at 4,000 they can still get to 30 point range. So this is what I'm going to roll with tonight, and then I'll kind of mess around with some of the bottom pieces. And like I said, I'm going to switch Harris and Kuzma out back and forth and kind of do a few lineups that way. So let me know what you think, and good luck tonight.